Hey guys, welcome back to Caden's Corner. In today's episode, I'm going to be explaining why Lamar Jackson is on the verge of being a top 5 quarterback. A few of the most important things that quarterbacks can possess are physical and mental toughness, pocket presence, confidence, and leadership. Lamar Jackson contains all of these qualities. Think he's a running back? He has more passing yards in a game than Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray, and Deshaun Watson. In the 11 games he played in the 2021 season, he averaged more passing yards per game than Russell Wilson and Matt Ryan. In those games, he averaged more rushing yards than Christian McCaffrey, Ezekiel Elliott, and Austin Eckler. Still don't think his style of football can win? Lamar has the most wins by a quarterback under the age of 25 in NFL history with 41. He is also the youngest quarterback in NFL history to win the MVP at 22. Not to mention he won this award unanimously. Lamar has been the heart and soul of the Ravens offense since he was handed the keys to the castle after the Joe Flacco era came to a close. In games where he rushes for over 100 yards, they are a perfect 10-0. Last season, the Ravens had 17 players on the injured reserve, including star tackle Ronnie Stanley. Lamar got to work and went 8-3 before suffering a season-ending injury. Lamar does all of this winning with no help at receiver. His best wide receiver throughout his NFL career is now Arizona Cardinal Marquise Brown. It's crazy to think that Lamar has only had one wide receiver in his entire career go over 800 yards. Drops don't tell the whole story of how good a receiver is, but Brown was tied for the 6th most drops in the league last season. Lamar does have one of the best tight ends in the NFL, Mark Andrews, but that simply isn't enough. The Ravens continue to draft away from Lamar, and all he does is win. Imagine if this guy had a top 30 receiver in the league. After missing the final 6 games of the season, the Ravens went from first in the AFC to not making the playoffs, and the Lamar slander has returned. But I'm here to tell you that he's a top quarterback in the NFL.
One of the reasons why I like Lamar so much is he's such a confident guy. If a mistake happens, he's going to brush it off and immediately go on to the next play. The Ravens during this game were down as much as 22 points, and Lamar willed them all the way back to victory. But it's plays like this where he shows a tremendous amount of confidence to get his team back into the game. On this play, it looks like the Colts are dropping into a quarters cover 4 coverage. After Lamar throws that pump fake, he immediately looks to his right side, see which one of those deep routes are going to come open. Lamar, such a great connection with Mark Andrews, puts it right in the hole shot. Great ball, protected away from that safety over top. This is one of the crazier throws I saw Lamar make watching his film. On this play, it looks like the Raiders drop into a cover 1 man. Everyone manned up, and it looks like they have a spy right here on Lamar Jackson because obviously, as everybody knows, he's so dangerous with his legs. In this situation right here, you see 3 guys are all within 3 yards of Lamar, and he's able to squeeze out of it, roll to his right side, and throw an absolute dot to Marquise Brown in the back of the end zone. I mean, you see all those black jerseys, and then at the very end, it starts to clear up a little bit. Lamar throws it behind that ear of number 44 and rips it to Marquise for the touchdown. You know, I get it. It's easy to make fun of Lamar for being a running back, and oh, he can't throw, oh, he has bad accuracy, oh, look at how many interceptions he's thrown. Ravens in a 5 wide here. Patrick Ricard, the fullback, lined up right by that right tackle. Looks like the Broncos are dropping into a cover 2 man as those corners press up against the 2 outside receivers. Lamar takes a deep drop, sees Marquise split those safeties on that deep post. This pass goes about 65 yards, and Lamar just casually throws it while stepping up in the pocket. Great catch, great throw. Great offense. This is also another super impressive throw I saw Lamar make. The Lions coverage is a cover 1 man with a QB spy. Lamar doesn't see anything, faces immediate pressure off the right side, has to bail and roll right. Lamar puts it right on the money where only his receiver could get it. 2 feet in bounds. That's a great pickup. Like I said, it's easy to make fun of Lamar for being a running back, putting up all these great running back numbers. But the thing is, you see this guy make 50-yard on the money over the shoulder throws, and you're like, wow, this guy can throw it all over the field. On this play, Marquise Brown and Sammy Watkins are both running skinny posts. Mark Andrews is doing the over on the left side. I like this route combo a lot against cover 1. The post on that back side and then the post over the middle. It's just wherever the safety's going, he's got to pick his poison. And Sammy Watkins is able to beat the linebacker over the middle of the field. Lamar effortlessly drops a 50-yard dime over the shoulder. Where the safety can't get it, the linebacker can't get it. If Sammy Watkins doesn't stumble, this is a walk-in touchdown and an absolute dime from Lamar. I didn't want to make too many of these film breakdown clips of Lamar running because that would take up the entire episode. So I wanted to show off his amazing throws because I feel like that's the very underrated part of his game. Obviously, being a quarterback, you're going to have to throw the ball a ton. But Lamar gets overshadowed by his running. But on this play, I'm just going to show you how special of a runner this guy is. Fakes the handoff to Devontae Freeman, finds the gap on the left side. It looks like the defense has got him here. They've got 4 guys all in the same spot saying, Lamar, you can't go anywhere. Lamar hits the brakes, hits the jukes, goes to the right, and almost picks up a first down. I know for a fact no quarterbacks in the NFL besides Lamar could do that. All right, now to the fun part, showing you guys all of Lamar Jackson's throws that were absolute dimes, but didn't make the highlight reel because unfortunately he has one of the worst receiving cores in the NFL. On this play, the Ravens have trips right and the Lions drop into a cover 1 man. Marquise Brown's running this post that Lamar's going to target. Lamar drop. Look where he winds up and look where Marquise Brown is compared to both of these defenders. Throws it over that defender's head, and Marquise Brown drops it. You can't ask for anything else from a quarterback. You can't ask for any better placement. That hit him in both of his arms, and he dropped it. Lamar Jackson with the play action. Sammy Watkins with a little hitch and go on the top side. Lamar sees that he got the step on him. Throws a 50-yard dime right over the defender's fingertips. Hits Sammy Watkins right in the shoulder, and he dropped it. The Lions man up everything across the board with 1 deep safety here. Lamar drops back, throws it to him so that the safety can't get there in time. Marquise Brown drops it. That's a walk-in touchdown with Marquise's speed. Lamar threw it to him in stride. I keep saying that Lamar, if he can get a top 30 receiver, look what it'll do to his career. Imagine if you get him a good receiving core. I will keep preaching that Lamar will never reach his full potential unless the Ravens help him out and get him some offensive weapons. Again, the Lions drop into cover 1. The corners on the left side get confused when Marquise does the wheel and Duvernay does that slant. They hesitate for a second. Lamar sees it. He's got to roll left because he has a rusher in his face. Marquise does a good job of turning his body, but can't come in with the catch. Hits him right in his breadbasket. That's another walk-in touchdown, his 3rd of the game if he catches that. All right, now to talk about some of the flaws for Lamar. I think Lamar is a wildly underrated passer. I think he has a great deep ball, but sometimes it's inconsistent. Lamar drops back. He's going to end up having a wide open touchdown here. Lamar on this play drops back. He's facing a blitz from his right side. He sees it, so he steps up in the pocket, does a good job of staying up, making that corner miss. Lamar steps up, has a wide open Mark Andrews, and just misses him by a mile. That's another walk-in touchdown for the Ravens. That was their 5th missed touchdown of the game. A very bad day overall offensively to say. Lamar's worst tendency is playing hero ball. Whenever they get down in bad situations, he feels the need to play hero ball. He has a guy in his face and doesn't want to take the sack, so he tosses it up for Sammy Watkins. There's 2 guys right there. It was wildly inaccurate and ended up being an interception. And so when Lamar plays this type of hero ball game, it ends up really affecting the Ravens. That can definitely be fixed over time with a better receiving core, more work with his offensive coordinator. Here's another time where Lamar played hero ball. This doesn't show up in the stat book except for an incomplete pass, but this very well should have been an interception, and the fact that it almost got caught, as you'll see here in a minute, is crazy to me. Lamar drops back here. He's got 3 guys on the left side. Mark Andrews and Sammy Watkins have the 2 digs over the middle, as Marquise has a deep post on the left side. Lamar drops back, steps forward because he thinks that right side's collapsing, but ends up juking his way out of it and rolling all the way right. The Ravens were up a touchdown here in the middle of the 3rd. There was no need to make this play.
I definitely think there's a strong argument for Lamar Jackson being a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. This Ravens receiving core is looking like one of the worst in the league after the departure of Marquise Brown. Thank you guys so much for watching. See ya.